Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Brandos 2. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my last video, I did go over the top 5 best 3-star characters in the game. Now, in today's video, what we are going to be doing is taking a look at the top 5 4-star characters, and like I mentioned in that previous video, I will also be making another video going over the top 5 5-star characters. So if you guys don't want to miss out on that video, or you guys don't want to miss out on future Brandos 2 content, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, make sure that post notification is on. And in today's video, let's also try and get 50 likes in this video. In my last video as well, I also mentioned 50 like as our like goal, so hopefully we can also smash 50 likes in today's video as well. Hopefully you guys find this video enjoyable and useful, and overall have a great time watching this video. Tell me down in the comment section whether you guys agree or disagree. I would love to hear your opinion, and yeah, let's get right into it. So in terms of 4-star characters in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at them at +5, so the max dupes, because as a 4-star character, I wouldn't say it's easier to get dupes, but it's a lot easier than 5-star characters, and I'm gonna just assume that a lot of people have those 4-star characters at max dupes. So when I'm taking a look at these characters, it's all max dupe, and I'm taking a look at the max potential. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get right into it. So coming in at number 5, we have Andrew. Now with Andrew, I only think I see him being useful in one particular stage right now, and that is in PvP. I wouldn't really recommend you guys to focus a lot on in PvP, simply because obviously it's a Wales game. You're just gonna lose if you're trying to beat Wales, but at the same time, actually, you do have a chance to win simply based on, like, if you get lucky with the opponents you're going against. So if you take a look at the Andrew's ability, so the Andrew has 2 costumes. So the costume that you probably want to use a lot more of is not this one, but this one over here. Let me take a look at this last one again. Sorry, there is something I forgot to take a look at. Okay, so yeah, the main one you're probably using is this one, and like I said, PvP, this is where this shines. So evades the enemy's attack by 65% chance with 65% chance for 2 turns. Evade chance decreases 5% after each evasion. Enemy attack focuses on you for 2 turns. Now this is one of the few characters that has the taunt ability. For some reason, the game is allergic to giving characters taunts, and honestly, I kind of understand. Taunting is absolutely broken, simply because if you have damage reduction or evasion, and then you have the ability to taunt as well, that basically makes content a lot easier. Now with evasion, I actually prefer evasion to to damage reduction or a tanking ability, simply because once the enemy misses, you basically take no damage. Now obviously there is a caveat: the more you evade, the less your chance of evading becomes. So it kind of sucks like that, but honestly, I do prefer evasion over that, because your characters can still end the match with full HP. And with the ability to taunt as well, you can technically use this in PvE as well, but like I mentioned in my previous video, I mainly clear content within 1 to 2 turns. So honestly, I don't really see the point of using full SP to get this ability, just so I can last longer, if you get what I mean. But yeah, this ability can be useful in PvE as well, but I think PvP is where this shines the most. You use him as your main character, all the enemies focusing on him. If you build him up with the best gear, increases his HP, then you guys are gonna be chilling pretty good. So yeah, Andrew coming in at number 5. Now coming in at number 4, we have Jaden. Now, oh wait, sorry, I should have talked about Andrew's second costume as well, because that's definitely worth noting as well. However, I wouldn't really recommend using this. It's another 4 SP cost. Heals, the healing is not the greatest, damage not the greatest, but decrease 5 SP every turn for 4 turns. However, it only hits 1 person, so honestly, not the greatest over here, not gonna lie. But anyways, let's go back to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have Jaden, which has 2 different costumes, and both costumes are actually quite useful. Now the one you probably will be using the most is gonna be this one over here, with only 2 SP requirement. Now this has the ability to heal, as well as healing is 6 turns, and decrease incoming magical defense damage by 50% for 6 turns. Now the issue with Jaden, like I said, in like with the same thing with Carlson is that his damage reduction is only for specific attack type. So for this one, it is only for magic damage, so he's only able to decrease the damage for magical characters. So 50% is quite nice, 6 is quite nice, has the ability to heal as well. Overall, I think this is actually a pretty good skill, but obviously I do think if you want a character with decreasing incoming damage, you probably want to use other characters, honestly. But that SP requirement that for this skill is only 2, so it's a lot easier to slot this character in another team. It makes team building a lot better when the SP requirement is this low. Now the second costume actually does quite a bit of damage, but as you can see from the SP requirement, it is 5, so it's quite high, honestly. That's the only big caveat with this ability over here. If it was like 4, I would have said it was actually pretty good. But yeah, very nice character, honestly. Slept on, but at the same time, I kind of understand why no one actually really uses it. Now coming in at number 3, this is where you see the characters that are a lot more better, in my opinion. Number 3, 2 and 1 are just a lot more better than the number 4 and 5. So coming in at number 3, we have Layla. Now honestly, I feel like putting her a lot higher because she kind of reminds me of Cry, but she also has extra utility that could be useful to help you with the second turn. So let's take a look at Layla. Now obviously we already know how Layla is important simply because of the crafting ability, but that's not what we're going to be focusing on in today's video. So this one over here is 5 SP requirement. It is high, but however she gives you back SP for the next turn. So acquire 1 SP for each attacked enemy. Targets 2 times, each attack deals blah 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 based off 180% of attack. Now the attack damage from this is good. Not only is the damage good, she gives you SP back. So the attack range has 1 2 3 4 5. So if you're going against the characters or enemies are positioned rightly, and that will benefit her, you can get like 5 SP back literally after using this, or you can get 4 or 3, which helps the next turn because the first turn you're using all your SP and the second turn you don't have any SP. But with Layla, she can give you all of that SP back, or some of the SP, and also her damage is good. So this is actually quite used. I sometimes switch between Cry and Layla simply because if I need a more SP for the next turn, I can actually use Layla. But if I feel like Cry can deal more damage, I would use Cry instead. But yeah, I actually do like Layla. I feel like I want to build her up even more because she is actually a character that could be useful even later on down the line. So that is Layla. Honestly, worth recommend building her as well. Now coming in at number 2, we have Samay. Now honestly, I feel like putting Samay at number 1, but like Cry is just simply amazing. But Samay over here, people don't understand. Samay has 2 amazing costumes, like 2 amazing costumes. One is buffing, but okay, right now we do have a 5-star character. If you get this 5-star character to +5, the 5-star character is called Helena. But if you have the character to +5, technically you don't need Samay's buffing anymore, and you would actually just use this other costume that does damage. Now the damage from this is insane. This is basically like Cry, but the range is different, and yeah, it's basically like Cry, but the range is different essentially. So expect the damage to be huge, honestly. And if you're building a magical team, Samay is a must-have. She's simply a must-have. Not this version of her, well actually you can use this version, but you're mainly using this one for the damage. And then you have the Helena, the new version, with hopefully +5, and then you have this character as your damage dealer. The damage is insane, but like I said, 2 of these costumes are insane. This one has the ability to increase attack, so your physical attack by 50% for 2 turns, and also has the ability to increase magical attack by 50% for 2 turns, and also has the ability to heal allies by a certain amount. The healing isn't the greatest, especially when you have Helena now. Her healing is insane, but honestly, yeah, this makes hybrid possible, but you don't really want to run hybrid teams. But if you take a look at the SP requirement for this skill, only 1. Cooltime is only 1 as well, so it's a lot easier to use this character, easier to slot this character in. And with my previous video, when I did go over the top 5 3-star character, you can actually slot in Samay as well as Aranus in the same team. You get 50% buff from her, and then you have 70% from Aranus as well. You increase your damage of your damage dealers, and that is essentially how you can also use Samay. So Samay is coming in at number 2. Honestly, I love this character. Now coming in at number 1 we have Cry, and he's honestly one of the most my most built character. Right now I have his exclusive equipment, so his damage is hitting a lot more. But Cry over here is the one of the best damage dealers in the game. SP requirement is only 4. It has the ability to do insane amount of damage, but also it has the ability to decrease defense by 50% as well, which allows you to do extra damage later on when you are attacking. So that's for 4 turns as well. And honestly, that's all I can say with Cry. It's damage. You basically use Cry in every physical team, and even in the future you definitely will continue to use it, just simply because his damage is insane. So there we go with the top 5 best 4-star characters in the game, or at +5. And tell me down in the comment section whether you agree or disagree. And yeah, stay tuned for my next video where I will be going over the top 5 5-star characters. Unlike the 2 videos I just made, those ones are going to be characters based on like having them at +0 or +1, so low requirements, not like heavily duped out. So yeah, enjoy that video when it comes out. Let's go ahead and reach 50 likes in today's video. It's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out.